You know you are coming to the Philippines and you are coming for studies, just bear in mind that. Welcome back, lovelies, to another video. If you are seeing this face for the first time, my name is Ruth, final year student nurse, currently living and studying here in the Philippines, and you are welcome to Nursery Nook. For my old subscribers, thank you all so much for always clicking in. So for this video, I want to talk to some persons out there, especially those aspiring to come to the Philippines. If you have been thinking like this, what I'm going to mention now about coming here to study in the Philippines, then watch this video to the end and do not bother to come if you are in this category. Meanwhile, at the end of this video, I'm going to make a verification to some aspiring candidates out there too, so that you will be guided. If you know you fall in the category of people that think that Philippines is as cheap as, like, very cheap, because I've gotten some DMs, so I appreciate your questions. But if you know you have been thinking and maybe your budget is within that range, let me break it down for you to understand. Philippines money is way higher than Nigerian money. When I came to this country, the rate was at 6 points. But as at today that I'm making this video, the rate is 10.4. Is it 10.4, 10.3? So if, for example, you are in Philippines and they send you from Nigeria 100,000 naira, that's about 9,000 plus. Let me just approximate it to 10,000 peso. 10,000 peso, that does not cover your tuition fee for 1 year. For those that have been asking me, get a very cheap school for me in Philippines, school as cheap as 100,000, 150,000 for section. No, it's not possible. So my dear, rule it out. I understand where you people are coming from. When you hear us, a lot of us saying that Philippines is cheap. Yes, Philippines is cheap, but that does not mean that Philippines is so cheap that you will get it for 150,000 naira with the exchange rate we have now, and considering the fact that, I mean, Nigerian money is so low. It's not, the value is so low, it has depreciated so much. Please rule it out. It is not possible. I mean, we are talking of a foreign country. Philippines is cheap in the sense that if you want to compare Philippines with studying or schooling in America or any of these European countries, that is where you will now compare it and know that Philippines is cheap. I have a friend that is schooling in Poland, and when she was telling me about their tuition fee in Poland, what she pays in a year is about, she mentioned about 4,000 plus euro. Almost close to 5,000 euros. That's what she pays for 1 year. I mean, one section. A section is 1 year. I was screaming when she said that, because in the Philippines, that money she's paying just for 1 year is enough to cover for your whole duration of study here in the Philippines, if not the whole of it. Maybe you top it up with something small and you are done with your studies in the Philippines. So in a nutshell, if you have been thinking that with 150,000 naira, which is 15,000 peso, you can cover for your tuition fee here in the Philippines, it is not true. Your tuition yearly will not be nothing less than 400 to 450,000 naira per year. That's why I keep mentioning in my videos that before you come to the Philippines, know your pockets, what your pockets can afford, meaning what your sponsor can afford. And I made a video about living in the province and city, comparing it, that living in the province is cheaper compared to living in the city. Also, the tuition you pay in the province, depending on your school, is also cheaper compared to city. So another point I want to raise is, do not come to the Philippines if you want to depend solely on scholarship. Don't get me wrong, in Philippines they offer scholarship to students, but it is not something that is so common for foreigners. They give a lot of scholarship to their own citizens. Even of recent in my school, there is this children scholarship that used to come up now in my school, child scholarship. And luckily for one foreigner in my own school, he was among the list that was offered that scholarship. And this scholarship covers your tuition for the whole semester. There was nothing he did special when I asked him to get the scholarship. I think they picked name randomly. The first time they started scholarship in my school, they picked name randomly from different departments, different faculty, and he was among the lucky ones that they picked. Then also, those that are giving scholarship to, whether you are a foreigner or a citizen, they give scholarship to some athletes. I think the way they do the athletes scholarship is if you are good in what you are doing as an athlete, and you keep to some grade. I don't really know how that is done, but some foreigners have been granted scholarship even here in the Philippines through that means. You may be lucky to be on scholarship during your time of study, but the point I am trying to make here is, don't come to the Philippines solely depending on scholarship. Have a backbone. I keep saying it in all my videos. Philippines is a very good place to study. As a student, as a foreigner, you can live comfortably well, study well, but do not put your whole eggs in one basket, like all your mind, everything is on scholarship. Don't think like that. Have a backbone. That's your sponsor. Sorry about the noise, it's the wind that is causing the noise. So please don't come to the Philippines if you are only interested in the scholarship. What if you are not given, or you are not among those chosen for that scholarship? What happens? Where do you go from here? If you are lucky, you get the scholarship, or you are lucky maybe when the government of the Philippines, or maybe the school you are, if they open scholarship and foreigners are entitled to it, then you grab it. But if the scholarship is not there, then you still continue with your study even without scholarship. Another thing is, don't bother to come to the Philippines if you are among those thinking that you will work and study in the Philippines. I've always mentioned in my videos that there is no work, there is no job here in the Philippines. The only thing you can do, just menial jobs like maybe selling of Nigerian food stuff, or cooking and selling to people, or any just small thing you can do to earn money for upkeep. But that cannot take care of your tuition. There are no jobs for foreigner. If ever, even though there is job, for example, you have to know your course, the course you are taking up, before you even start thinking of job to do in the Philippines. If you are taking up a course like medicine, you will not have that chance. You will not have that time for work. If you are taking up nursing, some schools, the stress is too much that you cannot even think of second thing to do. Nursing and medicine are so stressful that even though you are given that job to do, you may say no, you cannot cope. You understand? Just bear in mind that there is no job for you to do as a foreigner in the Philippines. Talk more of doing it while studying. But if you have a sponsor, you have a backbone, I tell you, you will enjoy being a student here in the Philippines. Every stress and sacrifice will be worth it at last. So the next point, if you want to come to the Philippines and you think you can do it on your own, like you can just Google online, you click to the school, and you click admission form, and you pursue your admission online, and you will get it. My dear, truth be told, you are on a long thing. It may not be possible if you are within any of these Asia countries already, like China, or you are in Malaysia or Singapore. You can travel down to the Philippines. Then maybe from there, you can now make inquiries on your own and go to any state to study. Let me tell you, to clear it, the thing there is, once you get the admission letter, they don't just get the admission letter and send it down to you in Nigeria. No, there are processes to follow, you know. These processes, the school may not be able to do it for you. That is why you need someone that knows about the schools in Philippines to help you out. Those things you are finding online, it can only be possible if you have maybe a friend, a brother or a sister here in the Philippines, meaning you already have someone that is acquainted, someone that knows about the system, or through a student here, like I'm a student and you want to come through me, it's okay. You want to come through another person, that means you came through that person. Automatically that person is your agent, because when you arrive, that person will have to put you through, even welcome you from the airport, put you through how you are going to get to your school and how you will continue with your enrollment. To make this point very clear to you, you see Indians are the highest number of foreigners you can think of in the whole of the Philippines. I think they are the highest. The Indians, as many as they are, they even have their own agency. Like in my own school, they have their agents. All of them come through that agent for each school. Like the agency you have in my school may be different from the one you have in another school, you understand? So for us Nigerians, we don't have one agent, but we have individuals. Like as I'm schooling here, because I'm here, I can help you. I came through a student here, so I will say he's my agent. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is, for those of you that after coming to my DM, you will ask me, give me names of schools, a lot of them. I know what you are after and I understand you fully well, because I was once in your shoe. So it's okay for you to research, to know more about the living in the Philippines, the life here in the Philippines, the school you are coming to, if it is recognized. It's okay if you want to know about the tuition fee, but asking me names of schools, can you please tell me the name of your school? I can tell you the name of my school if you want. Then you tell me, can you give me other schools around you? I know where you are driving at. You want to go and Google to see if you can do it. Let me just clear it. It is nearly impossible. You will see the school online, but you may not be able to proceed with the admission process, because the process, like I said, is not just something straight. So definitely you need someone to help you with your admission process. I hope this point is clear. So if you have the mind you want to come to the Philippines, what you should be thinking about is to have a genuine person that is ready to tell you the truth you need to hear, help you with your admission process. That's just it. So these are the things I want you to know or bear in mind before you think of coming to the Philippines. I hope this video will be of great help to you that is looking forward to coming to the Philippines for study, or you want to know how you can process your admission and stuff like that. Also, I made a video before now on step-by-step process of getting admission into colleges in the Philippines. I'm going to link the video up, and I'll also leave the link to that video in the description box. So this being said, lovelies, I've come to the end of today's video. If you have watched me and you are still watching me, you are yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing. Just hit the red subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notification bell that says all, so you don't miss out on any of my video uploads. Like this video, like smash the like button, no mercy. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Feel free to always come to my messenger, to my Instagram, drop your message, ask your questions. I'll put you through, I will answer you. If it is the question on the videos I have made already, I will refer you to any of those videos so you can watch and be guided. So until I come your way next time, please stay safe and remain blessed. Love you all. Bye.